This is not true, so I'm gonna just break it down instead of shooting myself in the foot and jumping to my conclusion before you see the context.
Bitch, I wish a motherfucker would tell me what the fuck I can and cannot buy with my own motherfucking money, what I could drink and what I can't drink with my motherfucking money. How dare you? See, this is the thing. We've gotten to a place in society where people feel so comfortable enough to police what other people are doing with what the fuck they got going on.
This is not true. This is not true. This is not true. And I can't stress how like simple it is, and yet I know that to break this down requires complex understanding of layers of social like maneuverability and like there's another word for it. You just got to be really, really conscious about like how you present these ideas. Okay, the Starbucks thing is another part of the entire thing of what Israel is doing. I doubt it would be hard for me to say if you knew actively during Germany's Holocaust, in hindsight, that a bunch of companies were helping to fund that, sending money directly in there, whether through business, commerce, trade, whatever. It would not be so far-fetched for us to say maybe we shouldn't support those companies. Because in hindsight, of course I wouldn't support, the building of gas chambers for Jews. And of course I wouldn't support, like, the mass slaughter of an ethnic group. Of course I wouldn't. We are at that point here. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. It is happening. It is not like... And I can understand for a second before I even jump into how deep this goes, because again, I don't want this to become deep, because it's not that deep when you like put 5 seconds of thought into it, but maybe we've never had this conversation before. I can't assume everyone's had these conversations before. When you say that people are comfortable policing other people, I am going to yet again remind everyone that this is specifically within the realm of social media. And not everybody uses social media. Not everyone communicates the same way in social media. Not everyone acts the same way they do in person. I know how hard that is because I've made the case that everybody who presents themselves as what they are, regardless of if you're a shit poster or not, or whatever you want to call yourself, whatever that might be, you are who you say you are on the internet. But I could make a separate case here to say that I know there are a lot of things that people wouldn't have actual physical conversations with in real life, because that's what's happened to me. That's what's happened with my friends. I've had friends listen to Joe Rogan, Matt Walsh, etc., and then come bring me them shitty ass ideas, and I'll sit there and be like, instead of me jumping to conclusions, assuming that you know these things and you're acting inherently biased, I'm going to assume that that information just got to you first, and I'm the second one up to bat. Cool. In regards to this situation, we are not policing other people on any place but where you choose to post your thoughts. Your thoughts have been also commodified into content. So when somebody says something like, I hope to God you guys don't get mad at me because I'm showing you it's not a Starbucks can, because I've made 6 posts before that about how I don't support the genocide in Palestine. That is a response to, if you were in the room with me, you'd ask me why I'm ordering from Starbucks. You chose to respond to this when nobody physically told you that you couldn't buy from Starbucks. You read that, you saw arguments about it, and you had the conversation in your own head, because that's what we all do. We end up talking to ourselves when we read social media. Let's get it straight. This is practically what the fuck streaming is. And you yourself said, hey, that's me. That's me right there. That could be me. That could be me. So already we're at you're making this up to be mad. You're influenced by outside factors that you think are your own and you feel personally insulted by it. You are making you're attributing attributes to something that doesn't actually exist. Now some people are like, well, you've seen people in the streets say you can't eat meat and how dare you go in there. You've seen abortion clips, blah, 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 whatever that. They're not having the chance to participate willingly. Nobody made you make a response video to this. So we're already at the point where you inserted yourself to feel offended, which is funny because that's what you're criticizing, those people who feel offended and have to police everything that everybody else do. Let's continue.
How the hell do you want to say that you're better than the pro-life people, the Bible-thumping people?
Like I pre-watched this, but I didn't, because corny motherfuckers like this do the same thing all the fucking time.
Who don't want you to exist in this world because they don't want you to be trans. They don't want you to identify as non-binary. Play with a different sports team because of your specific gender. They don't want you to be gay. They want to force you to have that baby if you don't want to have it. Yet at the same time, you want to force other people to boycott what the fuck you want to boycott.
It's like right at this point, maybe the retrospect should have kicked in and you should have just not uploaded this. Because you just did what I said you were going to do, and then you just equated the two things that I said you were going to equate, which means I was right. You don't actually have this opinion. You don't actually have this feeling. You're doing this for content, which means you're a negative person at heart. Because what the fuck are you talking about?
You mad as hell that people drinking Starbucks? Are you fucking serious?
People are mad at Pokemon for selling cookies. Now, this person might not be hyper online enough. This person might not be hyper online enough to know that, but I know that, which means when I see it, now my response is gonna be, this is a thing that just happens and niggas blow it out of proportion. The person who put that on their caption could have had 6 different reasons for it. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. I have to assume now that you know. So if that person put it there because of peer pressure from commenters, that's how they wanted to respond to it. They could have made the same video you did.
That you got people bullied and harassed enough that they got to make a 1.5-minute video explaining the fact that they were drinking a coffee cup and it looked like it was from Starbucks, but it...
That's how the internet works. If I am with, right now, I have maybe sans 50 viewers. Let's give myself the fledgling jerk off credit just for the sake of it. 50 viewers. If I've been sitting here for 2 months now saying I don't fuck with anything that supports anything close to Israel, I understand my tax dollars go there. I can't go up to the government right now and be like, yo, I need my refund. I understand that. But I'm gonna at least try as best as I fucking can. At least as much as I fucking can. At least. Just for me. To then be forced to participate in this dumbass conversation because I volunteered to make that choice based on what I've been talking about for the past couple weeks. If I was in a room full of niggas that hung on my word like these 50 niggas doing this shit, I would be remiss to not pull up if I had a Starbucks cup in my hand. People, what's going on? I thought it is a Starbucks cup, but this was not only bought before that, but I don't control the fact that people who still work at Starbucks and still got to make their money. And so they'll bring my partner drinks because the two stores are nice with each other. I don't have to explain that, but it randomly appearing and me not mentioning it probably feel a little weird if we're that close of a community that's that big. I'm not gonna get on the whole mannerisms and the AAVE. I don't know where this person lives. If it's New York, everybody talk like that. I can't give credence to the way it's expressed. The idea itself is stupid though.
It really wasn't from Starbucks? Are you fucking shitting me? You must be shitting me. I must be on. I'm on candid camera.
You paused it. You made a cut. You know that this is frugal.
Bitch, am I being punked? Where the fuck is Ashton Kutcher?
Nobody says that anymore. That was funny in like 2017, dog.
Yeah, I'm saying like this. Something. If I had one wish.
That's you can't do the sing joke unless you've built up the prompting for that.
If I had one wish, bitch, it'd be that. I wish a motherfucker would tell me what the fuck I can drink and can't drink.
You still haven't even told me who's telling you. You mad on somebody else's behalf? You look like you outside. Go do something.
You done lost y'all motherfucking minds on this motherfucking app.
Such a weird hill to die on.
Because you want to make sure it's not Starbucks. No, it's not Starbucks. In my last video, a lot of people were leaving comments wanting to know if it was Starbucks, or they assumed it was Starbucks. And so they're, leaving comments in support of Palestine.
Oh, right. Wait, no, this changes the whole paradigm now, because I was shooting a guess off at the original. The original's here, and I was right.
Which I do respect, because, I think that y'all do great with informing people, but it strikes up another conversation that I want to have with y'all. For lack of better words, I know how aggressive the internet can get, especially when you're doing something that's wrong or that a group of people just does not like. And what I don't want is for y'all to harass people who aren't doing anything wrong in their comments. So let me give y'all some tips.
Feedback! That's what you got mad over? She giving them feedback? Because I understand where that's coming from, and I'm not going to flip out about it because I am well aware of what's going on. But random people probably don't. So I'm going to help y'all because y'all reached me, and now I'm going to teach y'all how the creator responds to that or might see that and how you could better tell you, get the fuck out of here. This is a weird hill to die on. As seen on Fox Soul TV. I know this ain't the person I was on a stream with. No, I doubt it. I doubt it. I feel like I've seen that person before. Anyway. Oh.